Alright, we're back. Okay, so this is the valve spring kit we're going to try to use. Long ago obsoleted from gyms. So these are my check-in springs. They're just real light springs. So just mock up what we're going to use here and make it work. So these are supposed to give 195 on the seat before you pack them in. Probably give them a 220 or so, I bet, if you pack them in deeper. These are our inner collars here that we're going to use. So, all this stuff was obsoleted 20 years ago. So, I've had them for a while. Stuff was saved for my race bike. Oh well, they never made my bike. Someone else's bike. Because I'll be screwed for my bike. Oh well. That'll be the first time. Got an Indian out there of my own that needs to have all these parts put into it, but we'll use some other crappy parts to use in it. That's how you find out limitation. You use crappy parts in your own shit. Well, he does. So we gotta make sure these fit. Okay, so I'm gonna use S&S for our valves instead of the kibble white valves now. These are just twin cam valves, I think, nothing special. Except these look a lot bigger than standard valves. Oh, they are. Dumbass bought the wrong valves again. 1940. These aren't 1940 valves. Once again, he's buying the wrong parts. These are 840. Yeah. Maybe not. Nope. They're 900, so they'll be 950. Okay, he's got the right parts. That's not what we're going to put in it, though. Mixing and matching components. Alright, 100's out bigger than we were going to use before, so. I don't know if these are going to fit. Have to lap these in and see if they even touch the valves at all. Look a little big. Okay. I think we're going to do some lapping. We need to find out if this stuff's actually going to work or not. Alright, so let's go get some lapping compound. Go over to the valve area. We're back in the lapping compound. The lapping stick. Lapping compound. Don't like lapping compound in my assembly area. Bad habit to do that. You want to keep your fabrication area, your assembly area, and your machine area in separate places. Alright, where are all the parts? Okay. So, I'm Let's see how this works. Oil separation, gotta remix it. Lowers the viscosity too, so it laps better. While the oil evaporates out of it, it doesn't lap very well. Too thick. Pretty messy too. Put a layer on there somewhere. My finger's well lubed. Yeah, some of it got on there. Need a little dab of fresh stuff. Ooh, it's a lot. Alright, there's the intake. Make sure you keep your dirty rags separate from your clean rags. Clean rags over here. Alright, let's see what happens here. It's on the valve face, that's good. That's a good sign. It's way down there from where I would put it. Okay. And do the other one. Nice and loose. A little bit close to the edge, but still pretty far in there for me. Notice how the valve goes in and out of hitting. Right there, it's kind of dull. It's not quite ground on center. It'll leak a little bit. That's the valve, not the seat. Okay, so alright, they're hitting. Now this one here is pretty uneven. So we hit it again. See if we can get it kind of lapped in a little bit better. You want to have a full circle if you can get it. The leak is not good. Considering how loose these valve guides are, we're way off center. Okay. A little more consistent, still kind of light in place, but not too bad. That one will work. Okay. Now let's see if our titanium collars and our whatever coated these things are. steel. Okay. Those in there. Let's see if they match. Ooh, they appear to match. Pull them in. There they stay. Pretty good. They pull in nice and tight like they're made for each other. Good. So this is a match set. That's really good. I like that. Okay, so now we just take that. Take our checking spring. There. Valve spring compressor here. Pull the finger. We have that much lift potential. About that much. It's a lot. Same thing on this one. A lot of grit. These heads are just full of sand, grit, crap. It's supposed to be assembling a motor. Nobody cleans their crap. Excuse, oh, I didn't have time. Oh, well, your motor blows up, don't blame me. Okay, we have lots of clearance on this one too, so same deal, it opens way up. So you want to know how much that is. Without the seal in the way, we have about probably close to 750 lift. With the seal in there, we're going to lose 125. So that means the valve guide's in the way for big lift. So we're supposed to be running a 630 lift cam, I think. So that means it's going to be a little bit short. These need to be sunk down deeper. And our bigger valve in here with our clearance. Make sure you don't hit it. They hit each other. So we have to check our TD lift. Looks like we're good about 300 on both. The problem is we're going to be lifting close to that. So I think we have enough. We have to double check on that one. We checked with the wrong valve, so it's the wrong number. It's not how you check stuff. Okay, so this head here is the rear one. This goes on this side over here. So this is the one that's going to hit. Now we know what's going to hit first, the dome or the piston, so we'll be finding out. Okay, head bolts. So evidently this is a 4 head bolt motor. Dumbass said he only had 4 head bolts. He didn't tell me they're all the same bolt. Alright, I'll have to see if we can bring over the right bolts because can't use these on the short side. He should have known that. Oh well. We'll get results, but not necessarily the correct ones. Okay. Oh, it hits. That's called piston interference. Oh, there's the other one. It hits the other way too. Alright, well, we know it hits. We knew that coming into it. Alright. So now we just need the front valves, or front head bolts. We'll be back.